So I'm Jessie, I'm the social worker. This is Emily, she's the community member, and this is Laura, and she's the business owners. So we're meeting today so that we can hear both sides, and so that they can have a conversation and reach a mutual solution. So Emily, what are your concerns that you have about these new businesses in your community?
Mainly the concerns I and other community members are having is that we feel like a lot of outside sources are telling us what's best for our community and telling us how our community needs to be improved, but they're not including us in the conversation and not asking us what we think could be improved. And so when we see that, we see these changes and we see these people saying these things, and I think a lot of us come to the conclusion that, or at least myself, I come to the conclusion that these improvements aren't for the community members, they're for new people coming into the community who haven't necessarily been here, or to change the community to make it more palatable for other people to come in. And so we feel really lost in the conversation.
So it sounds like you feel like there's other people making decisions for your community, and like you don't have a voice.
Mm-hmm.
So Laura, how do you think these businesses are going to benefit?
So my company got funding from the state to come in and help better the infrastructure, and we really think that your community will immediately see the benefits. We'll have better sidewalks, we'll have better recreational centers and better health clinics for the community, and it'll immediately, you can see that the community is going to benefit from our improvements.
I mean, I hear that, and I think on surface level, that does sound like it's really beneficial, but a lot of our problems with this plan stems from the fact that when the state funded this, they didn't consult with community leaders, they didn't consult with community members, they didn't even talk to our state representatives and our mayors. So really it just goes back to outside forces deciding what's best for our community when they haven't even asked us what we need. And so, I mean, how are we supposed to support this when we feel like we don't have a say and will never have a say?
So it sounds like your community, there's people on the outside that are telling your community what you need, and that people on the inside aren't having the voice to actually say what would benefit you. So, Laura, I think it would be really great if Emily could tell you very specific things that would benefit her community. Emily, I want you to have a voice in this matter, and for you to share your ideas with Laura.
So what you were saying about building these things, I think it's really important that when you have these things, that our community, the people that are here now, should be considered when designing these things. Because I mean, I guess at this point we don't even really have a say if it's going to happen or not. But if it's going to happen, I think it should be built like with our community in mind. So like with the health clinics, I mean, are you aware that we're a majority a community of color, and we have a large immigrant population that doesn't necessarily speak English very well, if at all, and they may not feel comfortable with doctors that are white or a different race or that don't know anything about the community. So there's that one concern with the clinic, and then also a lot of us, since the community's been really impacted by the economy downturn, a lot of us don't have jobs that provide insurance, and we can't buy insurance on our own. So could we really utilize those health clinics if you build them here?
So we still are in our initial development stages with that, and I wasn't aware of some of those concerns, and I'm really glad you brought them up. It definitely, for our company, it's going to be a benefit to work with your community and have a positive relationship. And I think having this voice, I'm really grateful to have this meeting with you guys and have this voice at the table, because I wasn't aware of some of those things. And I think having an inside community member tell us that is a really great benefit for our company as we go along with these developments.
To reach that goal, yeah.
So Emily Laura acknowledged that she was not aware of those concerns, and it sounds like she would be willing to bridge that gap. So what do you believe would be the best solution for your community for Laura to meet those needs?
First of all, I think, I'm just one community member, so I can't speak for everyone in the community. But in my perspective and from what I've heard from other people that I've spent time with, I think it'd be really beneficial if we tried to hire within the community. We were really, like I said, we were really hit by the downturn in the economy, and so there are a lot of people here who are very skilled, but they're just not hired.
So what I can do is give preference to the community members for employment. I can't guarantee you they'll get the job, but I can put them as a priority if they apply for a job doing infrastructure and stuff for our development.
Yeah, I think that's really good, and I think something that should be prioritized is just having continued contact between us, because if you really do want to focus on making these clinics accessible to us as a community, I think the community should be involved, and our language needs and financial needs should be taken into account.
I definitely am willing to work with you on that. I think we could have members of the community apply for jobs with our company, and I think we could maybe work out some sort of contracts with different local businesses. If that is something you think the community would be okay with, but I'm definitely.
If we created a task force that included members from the community to inform the business owners and business owners to communicate with the community members on what they're doing, it sounds like that would be a good solution so that both parties can have a say in what was going on.
I think our community would really like that.
Our company would definitely